I'm David, and I can't tell you how honored we are to be here in Vancouver. Every time I come here, I'm just blown away by the beauty, the people, and how dynamic this market is. It's a wonderful place to live, and thank you for your gracious hospitality and coming out today to be with us. I think our story, like many of your businesses, is similar. We were built through a lot of hard work, tenacity, entrepreneurial spirit, and we like to keep that entrepreneurial spirit alive in our business every day. We love the creative process, we love new markets, new strategies, and continue to grow and improve as a company. For some of you who may not know Kohler as well as some of our other friends here, I'll just give you a little bit of an overview fast on our company. We're 145 years old. My great-grandfather, John Michael Kohler, he was an immigrant from Austria who came to the United States when he was a young man. He grew up on a farm, went to university in Chicago. He married a young lady, and her father had a cast iron foundry, this foundry. And so he was eventually able to buy into that foundry, and that's how we got started, making plows and different things out of cast iron. It was a difficult time in the United States, and he had to be very inventive and creative, and he took a horse trough, hog scalder, enameled it, furnished it with 4 feet, and created our first bathtub in 1883, and that's how we got into the plumbing business. And a lot's happened since. The company's grown well. We finished last year at $7 billion in size with a global footprint around the world. We have a pretty balanced footprint between North America, Asia, which has been our fastest growing region in the world, and then also throughout Europe. We were very lucky a few years ago to be recognized by Fast Company for one of the American companies who gets design. And for our company to be listed up there with some of the design icons in the world was a great honor and privilege for us. We've been recognized by Fortune as one of the most important private companies, really for our role in the home and design in the home environment as a company. We measure ourselves financially in terms of book value creation against the S&P 500, and we performed pretty well over the last 40 years. The mission of our company, which brings everything together, is to enhance the level of gracious living for all those people touched by our products and services. And if you look into the DNA of our company and what we're focused on, it's these guiding principles. And the number one is to live on the leading edge of design and technology. That's most important to us. Then producing to a single standard of quality in everything we do. Providing consistent, quick delivery and excellent service, maintaining a strong organization of passionate people. The one thing I think you know about Kohler, hopefully, is that all of our people and our culture are strong. Our people have passion and pride in this company. It's what makes me really enjoy this industry and our company, and hopefully you feel the same warmth and strength from our organization and the people you work with. And then as a private company, we reinvest over 90% of our earnings back into the business. So we're really here to build the business for the future. The major groups in our company, the largest component is kitchen and bath, which we're here today speaking about. We have the number one market position in the United States, the number one market position or share in China, and then we're the number one international brand in India. Now, we're present all over the world, but these are some of the most strategic markets. But I would also put Canada in there. From a North American standpoint, a global standpoint, Canada is one of the most important and largest markets we actually have in the world relative to the market potential here. When you look in Kohler, I think, as you know, we love design from high artistry, like this Artist Edition product, or all the way through high technology. And we've shown the last 2 years at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. This is an example of the Kohler Connect exhibit, which is our launch into smart home. I think we're still in the early innings of where smart home will go in this industry, but it's an exciting chapter for us to be driving the industry on that front. Decorative Products is our group of luxury businesses with Callista and Saks and Roburn, and you can see this wonderful grid faucet in the middle outside there. It's all 3D printed, and it's a really neat challenge to what's possible in design and with the latest technology today. Here's an example of how we're bringing our luxury brands together with Callisto, Roburn, and Ann Sachs all together, curated and merchandised together in some interesting finishes and bringing the richness of these brands together. And then the power business, our second largest group in the company. We're a global leader in engines and generators. Generators that would supply the marine industry all the way through large industrial standby power units like the data center on the bottom right. And then the hospitality business. Like some of you who build and develop hotels, we have a few. This is the American Club in Kohler, Wisconsin, which is a 5-star, 5-diamond location. And this is the water spa, which is one of the signature amenities at that property. By having our own hotels, it actually gives us insight into how to create products and to design and specify for the hotel industry. But what is probably the most unique element of our destination in Kohler has been the championship golf. We've hosted 6 major championships, and we're honored to host the Ryder Cup next year. And we did bring the actual, that's not a replica out there, the actual Ryder Cup with us tonight. So get a snap with it if you haven't. And then our property in St. Andrews, Scotland, Destination St. Andrews. This again is a beautiful signature destination property on the 17th hole of the Old Course in St. Andrews. And then one of our newest hospitality properties, this is Lodge Kohler in Green Bay, home of the Green Bay Packers. And we built Lodge Kohler as a 4-star hotel right across the street from Lambeau Field. We felt it was an incredible piece of real estate, great opportunity for our company, so we took that brand there. And it's a brand that we may take to other markets in the future. One of the things that we're most passionate about as a company is the arts, but also stewardship and sustainability. And that's really the broader purpose we feel in line with our mission of why we do things. There's a great quote by an English philosopher, John Ruskin, "Life without labor is guilt, labor without art is brutality." And I think it sums up what we are as a company. We have a great appreciation for design, but we also have a deep, strong work ethic. And if you look at our company, we really try to reflect this as a company. We started the John Michael Kohler Art Center, which is one of the foremost homes for art collections by self-taught artists in 1966. And then my father and my aunt started the Arts and Industry program, where we bring in artists every year to create art in our factories. And we've had over 500 artists throughout our history come into our factories and make art that they can later take and show, exhibit, and sell. But we've gotten a lot of artists off the ground. From a sustainability standpoint, we reset our strategy for the environment and sustainability in 2008, and we're really pleased since then. We've reduced our environmental footprint 24%. We now sell on average about $1.5 billion a year in more environmentally friendly products. And we're trying to be a leader in teaching other companies how you can be a capitalist and an environmentalist, that these things go hand in hand. And there is a way to really run a company in a very environmentally sensitive way. And one of the neatest things we did was the waste lab recently, where we take industrial waste from our factories and create beautiful products. So these products are now for sale in the center there through our Ann Sachs brand. And there's some amazing waste tile, as we call it, that we brought to market. And you can see that back wall there is an example of that waste tile in green. But we've also made a commitment that every product that we design going forward, beginning in 2021, will all be using the Design for Environment process. So we're institutionalizing the process in the business as a company. And then innovation for good. A number of years ago, we started using our talents in engineering, design, and as a business to create products that could have social impact. The Kohler Clarity on the bottom right is an example of that, and how that can bring safe drinking water to underserved communities. The product in the middle was really a closed-loop sanitation system that we've been testing over the last 5 years in India to help solve their sanitation issues. And then conducting these IFG, these innovation labs, perpetually in our company to come up with the next new idea of products that we want to develop to help the bottom of the pyramid. So I've said enough. I want to turn it over to our designers that you really want to hear from this evening. But thank you again. I'll be back up a little later during the panel discussion. Thank you.